Now we're covering Link's smallest adventure yet, The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance. Link accompanies Zelda to a festival celebrating the last time that Hylians met a tiny race of people called the Picori. Link then witnesses the sorcerer Vaati storm in and shatter the legendary Picori blade, searching for something within the chest that it sealed. Vaati then turns Princess Zelda to stone and then departs. Link meets a talking hat named Eslo, who teaches him how to use stumps to shrink down to the size of the Picori people, and then Link meets with their elder in the Minish village to hopefully reforge the Picori sword. Right off the bat, visually this game is stunning. Aesthetically, it's very similar to the other Game Boy Advance Zelda game, Four Swords, but Minish Cap has even more detail in the backgrounds and animation. This game also has a really great sense of scale, with the environments that Link traverses when he's the size of a Minish really standing out for their high attention to detail. I also find it really funny that when you do this in the overworld, you can still control the character of Link, but he's like 5 pixels big. Areas that you could previously traverse when you were full size, like small puddles, are now death traps for the small Link. However, now that you're tiny, you can go through small holes like these in logs. This causes you to see and think about environments in a completely different way, and overall I found it very well implemented. There's also 2 main collectibles in this game. The first is called Kinstones. Certain NPCs will have a special dialogue box next to them when you approach them, and if you interact with them with the right button, you get the chance to fuse Kinstones with them, where basically you're trying to match the color and shape of their half. Matching these will give you a variety of rewards, like unlocking a cave with a treasure chest full of rupees or even heart pieces. The second collectible is figurines that you get from the figurine maker. You need to deposit seashells into this machine and then pull a lever. The more shells that you drop at once, the higher chance of getting a new figurine you don't already own. The 4 main dungeons that you clear all feel very unique. The boss fights as well I did find very inventive, although some were admittedly a bit frustrating. When you finally do get all 4 elements, you get the actual 4 sword as well, which is again a nice callback. After getting the sword, you fight your way through the dark version of Hyrule Castle to fight Vaati himself, and then you battle through 2 pretty fun forms before rescuing the princess. With Vaati defeated, the curse on Eslo is also broken, and then using the hat that Vaati had stolen to get his powers, Zelda returns Hyrule back to normal. Eslo returns to the realm of the Minish, but not before gifting Link with his iconic green hat as a memento of their time together. All things considered, Minish Cap was an extremely well-crafted game, and I had an absolute blast playing through it. Everything from the aesthetic, to the gameplay, to the different items, to the dungeons themselves, the plot, it all worked together to form a very cohesive experience. I went into this game not knowing all that much about it, and came out the other side a huge fan.